Hi, so we're now going to make the opalite teardrop crystal necklace in your subscription box. So let's first by taking out components in your bag. Got a little bag of beads and a bag of stringing and findings. So you've got some 19 strand beading wire, it's 0.61 millimeter, and you've got a clasp and jump ring set, so vacuum plated ones, 2 crimp covers, 2 little crimp beads, crimp tubes we're using, a head pin, that's just to make the charm to hang off the extension chain. Then we'll get out the beads that we're using. So you've got these flat faceted teardrop opalite beads that are our feature beads, our necklace. The purple rondels, which are the main bead. Got some cube hematite beads, some metallic pink crystal rondels, and some blue bicones. So we're going to start by attaching one end of the clasp to our wire. Just unravel this. Pick up one of your crimp tubes, put it on the end, just let it rest a little bit down there with your thumb. Then pick up your clasp set and thread it through one of the jump rings. Then you're going to loop it back around through the crimp tube there, and then pull the long bit of wire through, so you've got this loop about that size. No need to pull it too tight at all. And then you're going to take your chain nose pliers, nice and firmly press down on that crimp tube so it's flattened. And then you can just give it a little pull with your nail to check that that's all secure. And then using your flush cutters, you can cut off nice and neatly up there. Some people leave that and you can thread it through the beads, but our cutters are so good you can just snip it right off close. Then you want to pick up one of your crimp covers. So these are used just to cover up the crimps, so it looks like a bead at the end of the day, rather than this flat crimp bead. So yes, slot the crimp inside there. I like to call it like a Pac-Man mouth, making sure that those wires are sitting down in the bottom of the dip there. Then again, using your chain nose pliers, grip the crimp cover either side like this and push it, put pressure to push it till it's nearly completely shut, like so. And then if you just move your tool so that you're then pressing down on the top of the opening of the crimp cover, you can ease it into the ball shape and done, like so. So we can start threading on our pattern. So taking us up to our first teardrop, you've got 7 purple rondels, then a hematite cube, 7 rondels, a pink rondel, 7 rondels, hematite cube, 7 rondels, pink crystal, and then a 7 rondels, and then hematite cubes. That's 5 sets of 7 rondels. So I will get to that point and get back to you. Great, so here we are about to put on our teardrops as our feature beads. So after the hematite cube, put a purple rondel on, and then I'm going to use one of these little blue bicones, really nice colour, next to the opalite teardrop. And then another one of the bicones. And then between the teardrops we have 5 purple rondels. And then a bicone, opalite teardrop, and then a bicone, and another 5 rondels. So it's now going to be matching the pattern that we've already done the other side. So here we are, putting on the last set of 7 purple rondels. So thing to note that mostly in jewellery making you do work in odd numbers. That's why you put 7 here and 5 in between and got 3 teardrops. Just everything sits better. We'll be left with 1 hematite bead, that's for the charm. There we go, we've got that done. So we need to attach the other end of the clasp now. So just take your jump ring out of your clasp set and thread your crimp bead on. Taking it down there, then thread your jump ring on, and we're going to loop it back round like we did at the start. Back just through the crimp bead, and then pull the long bit through again to create this loop. It's a good idea to have your necklace like laid out in its curve, because that's when it's at its longest, because you don't want there to be too much tension when you finish it off. So just pull it through so you've got a loop about that size. And then you want to pick up your chain nose pliers and firmly squash down on the crimp tube again. Just check that's not moving anywhere, and then you can cut it off the cutters right up close. And then we're going to attach our crimp cover again. So again, slotting it, the crimp tube into that dip, putting the wires down bottom. Use your chain nose pliers, pushing it together till it's nearly shut, and then moving your tool, pressing down on top so you've got a nice spool. Try not to sort of fiddle with it too much. I'm sure once you've done it, it'll be fine. And then we're going to attach our extension chain. So we're going to open up this jump ring. So you'll need 2 flat pliers for this, gripping one side there, and then gripping the other side like that. Open it up slightly, hook your chain on. Okay, that happens sometimes. Just pinged off. So picking that jump ring up, putting your chain on and the loop of the necklace, which flung off as well. Put that back on. I just don't think I was gripping it firmly enough. And then so you, with moving both pliers, bring that jump ring back until it's nice and closed. And you can do a kind of like sort of back and forward motion to kind of get it really closed. And if you feel it, it should be smooth, and then it's closed nicely. So then we're going to do our charm. You could leave this teardrop on, but we're just going to make it nice and put a little hematite bead instead. So we're going to take this teardrop off by opening this jump ring here. So again, gripping one side of the opening with one tool and then just opening it with the other side. Take that off. We can just rest that down, leave it open while we make our charm. So take your ball head pin we're using here, put your bead on like so, and then with your chain nose pliers take that and grip just the wire just above the bead there, and then bend the wire over the top of the plier to a 90 degrees angle using your finger. So you've got just a little bit of a gap there and a corner. And then pick up your round nose pliers and grip the corner with those. And then with your thumb, you're going to roll the wire over the top of the tooth of the tool to 180 degrees. And then grip your bead with your fingers, take the tool out and just move it so that the bottom tooth goes into the loop there. And then you can, with your finger again, roll it around another 180 degrees around the bottom of that tool, and you've got a nice loop. Then you want to pick up your chain nose pliers again and grab that loop nice and firmly, because we're going to make a coil effect working down towards the bead. So hold the loop firmly with the tool and then get some tension with the wire, and you want to roll it around. You sort of pull the wire as you roll it around to get it nice and neat. Just keep going. It'll be a few rolls probably, and then using the cutters you can cut off, and then you can just straighten that all up with your pliers. All done. So then pick up your open jump ring, hook that on, and then bring that nice and shut. Back and forwards. It's nice and shut, all smooth, all done. And you have made your necklace. There we go.